Days of Our Lives spoilers and rumors tease Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, will be enraged after the truth is revealed that his father raped his mother. But although he certainly gives E.J. DiMera, Dan Furreagle, a wallop that knocks him off his feet, would he really shoot his own father this week on the show? Johnny will find out that he was conceived as a product of rape, his mother, Sammy Brady. Allison Sweeney, already pregnant with Allie Brady, Lindsay Arnold. She just didn't know it yet because the conception of her daughter with Lucas Horton, Brian DiTillo, had just taken place when E.J. raped her, which made her pregnant again with Johnny. It was a strange and unique situation, to be sure, and a very rare occurrence to be pregnant with twins on her side, half-siblings on their paternal side. Sammy is shown in tears in the preview video for the 60th anniversary, which was released several months ago, and Johnny trying to comfort her. Ahead of that, his grandfather, Roman Brady, Josh Taylor, is shown telling him at Brady's pub. Next up on the video, it shows Johnny and Chanel DiMera, Raven Bowens, walking into a room in the DiMera mansion where Johnny confronts his father. He's angry and hurt and shocked, and appears to still be reeling from the emotional encounter with his mother, and shouts at him and wallops him. Johnny packs such a punch, he literally knocks the much larger E.J. off his feet, and he falls to the floor. While it shows Belle Brady, Martha Madison, fighting with E.J., those scenes have already taken place, and they have become lovers. Wait till she finds out what happened to her older sister Sammy in the midst of her and Brady Black's, Eric Martsolf. Father gone missing Belle will not be happy with E.J. at some point later in the video. After Johnny and Chanel's confrontation, someone else confronts him in his home office with a loaded gun. E.J. is alarmed to see his unwelcome visitor approach. And suddenly, a gunshot rings out later. Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, finds him in the floor with a huge wound in his chest. He appears to have been shot at close range, right in the heart. We don't know yet if he lives or dies, but it's definitely a serious wound. The question is, who done it? Johnny may be on a list of suspects, as may Belle and possibly Sammy, but although Johnny is furious at his father, would he and could he really shoot him? E.J. is likely to have a laundry list of enemies. Any one of them who might be the shooter. The streets of Salem are never quiet for long, and this time, the DiMera family is at the center of an explosive revelation that could change everything. Days of Our Lives DOOL spoilers suggest that Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, is about to discover the horrifying truth about his father, E.J. DiMera, Dan Furreagle, and his actions toward Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker. The word rape is not one Johnny ever imagined would be associated with his father, but when the truth finally reaches him, his rage may know no bounds. Could this shocking betrayal drive him to a breaking point, one where he actually considers pulling the trigger on his own father? The darkest DiMera secret comes to light. The DiMera family is no stranger to scandal, deception, and betrayal, but this revelation is about to shake the very foundation of Johnny's world. For years, E.J. has tried to rebuild his life, stepping into his father Stefano DiMera's shoes while maintaining a sense of control and authority. However, the past has a way of resurfacing, and in Salem, secrets never stay buried for long. Johnny, who has always struggled with his father's manipulative ways, is about to be blindsided by a truth too dark to ignore. As more details emerge about E.J.'s past actions, specifically the time he forced himself on Nicole under the guise of desperation and power, Johnny is left reeling. For those who don't remember, this incident took place years ago when Nicole was vulnerable, and E.J. used his leverage over her in one of the most horrifying ways imaginable. While the show often plays in shades of gray when it comes to morality, this is one act that remains black and white. The fact that Nicole, despite everything, has kept this secret for so long only makes it more tragic. And now, Johnny is about to hear it all. Johnny's world shattered. The betrayal cuts deep. Johnny has always had a complicated relationship with E.J. While he's admired his father's strength and charisma, he's also been aware of his ruthless streak. However, nothing could prepare him for this. Learning that his own father committed such a monstrous act sends Johnny into an emotional tailspin. The betrayal isn't just about what E.J. did to Nicole. It's about the fact that Johnny has spent his whole life looking up to a man who is capable of something so horrific. The weight of this truth crushes him, making him question everything he's ever believed about family, loyalty, and love. Adding to the turmoil is the realization that his mother, Sammy Brady, Allison Sweeney, was likely oblivious to this side of E.J.'s past. And if she did know, why did she stay with him for so long? The questions flood Johnny's mind, each one more painful than the last. The confrontation, Johnny loses control. When Johnny finally comes face to face with EJ after uncovering the truth, the confrontation is nothing short of explosive. EJ, ever the master manipulator, may attempt to justify his past actions, claiming that it was a different time, that he's changed, or that Nicole had forgiven him. But Johnny is in no mood for excuses. His rage is palpable. His father, whom he's defended time and time again, has crossed a line that can never be erased. The pain in Johnny's eyes mirrors the disappointment and disgust festering in his heart. "You're not the man I thought you were." Johnny might spit at his father, his voice trembling with fury. EJ, sensing the depth of his son's anger, might try to take control of the situation. But this time, it won't be so easy. Johnny isn't just hurt, he's furious, and sometimes fury leads to impulsive, irreversible actions. Would Johnny shoot his own father? The DeMera legacy is built on violence and power struggles, but Johnny has always strived to be different. He's never wanted to be like Stefano or even EJ. But when emotions run high, rationality is often the first thing to go. As his anger boils over, Johnny might grab a gun, a family heirloom, perhaps, or something he impulsively takes from the DeMera mansion's collection. In the heat of the moment, all he can see is the monster in front of him, the man who hurt Nicole, the man who lied to his family, the man who made him believe in a facade for years. Would he actually pull the trigger? The thought of killing his own father is unthinkable, yet, for a brief second, it might feel like the only way to make EJ pay. But in Salem, actions have consequences, and murder would change Johnny forever. Nicole's intervention. A voice of reason. If Johnny finds himself inches away from making a terrible mistake, someone may have to stop him. And who better than Nicole, the very woman at the center of this painful revelation? Despite the trauma EJ caused her, Nicole may step in, urging Johnny not to let his father's darkness consume him. She might plead with him, reminding him that violence only leads to more pain. "Don't let him take you down with him," Nicole could say, her voice laced with emotion. Her words could be the only thing standing between Johnny and an irreversible decision. EJ's reckoning. What comes next? Even if Johnny doesn't go through with shooting EJ, this revelation will have lasting consequences. Will EJ finally be held accountable for what he did? With Nicole's secret now exposed, will she take legal action, or will the weight of the past be enough to haunt him? EJ has spent his entire life evading justice, but this time he may not be able to escape unscathed. The fallout could shake the DeMera empire to its core, leading to shifts in power and unexpected alliances. Johnny, on the other hand, will never look at his father the same way again. Whether he forgives him or cuts him out of his life completely remains to be seen. Final thoughts. A family forever changed. This DOOL storyline is set to be one of the most gripping emotional arcs the show has tackled in a long time. With Johnny's rage, Nicole's trauma, and EJ's looming reckoning, the drama will be at an all-time high. Would Johnny actually shoot his father? Probably not, but the fact that he even considers it speaks volumes about the deep betrayal he feels. One thing is certain. After this revelation, the DeMera family will never be the same again.